The fair play system is not something I really knew about, but after frantically Googling why do my partner and I always fight over chores, I kept seeing this come up. So the concept is basically that everybody in the relationship is going to take on tasks specific to them, and they're going to do it from beginning to end. So you can't say that you're going to go get the groceries and then ask your partner, what groceries do you need? I know that's a frustrating thing that happens a lot of times, is that one person will do half the task and then the other person will complete the task, while the person who completed the task feels like they didn't get the credit for doing it in the first place. Because what do we remember? We remember basically something being done. So let me show you. Each one of these cards is a choice. So each party will pick what is important to them to focus on. So each players will have their unicorn space, which is basically the thing that they like to do and enjoy. Each player will have an adult friendships card, and each player will have a self-care card, which means basically that both people have no excuse not to make sure that they are factoring themselves in. And I'll show you the cards that I have. So I'm the calendar keeper because I'm generally the more organized and the person who can remember things in my house. I'm in charge of tidying up, organizing, and donations because I'm obsessed with decluttering, and I'll be the first to tell you that I will throw something away if I do not feel like it has a home. Laundry has been a big fight for us in the past year because we would try to set up systems where he did it or I did it, and it just never worked. And so I'm taking on 100% of the laundry and he's taking on 100% of the dishes. And it can be a little bit confusing at first because you're like, well, wouldn't you just do the dishes when they're in the sink? And stay with me on this. You can do it, but really it robs your partner of having the credit of having done that task and taking it on. The big concept of this is realizing what it looks like to do something from beginning to end, and realizing the steps that it takes and having the accountability to do it. Because a lot of times in relationships, we just simply don't see what our partner sees. Like, we don't see all the work that they put in behind the scenes, especially if you're a mom taking care of kids. All those many steps in your mind that you have to remember, like what size shoe do they wear? What's their favorite color? What's their teacher's name? All of those things get discounted as things that we should just have to know as women. And so this really sets the goal as being able to shed light on what each person is going to do. The Fair Play deck comes with 100 cards and 40 of them are kid related. We do not currently have children, but if you had kids, you would go through those cards. You do not have to use all of the cards. You simply just pick the ones that are important to your family. And she does recommend revisiting the cards every couple of months to see, okay, which ones do you want to keep? You can actually switch cards back and forth every week if you want, but my partner and I have found that we do the things that work best for us. We do the things that we're good at, and that really sets the tone for how our household runs. This card is home goods and supplies. It basically means you're in charge of restocking things like toilet paper, laundry detergent, those kind of things that basically if you run out of it, you're going to be in a pickle and you're going to have to run to the store. So I'm really big on buying in bulk, and I'm really good at spotting when we're out of things. So this is my task. And these are all tasks that I took on. My partner has different tasks, such as he takes care of the car maintenance, he takes care of the yard. Obviously, those are traditionally more masculine tasks, but you can do whatever you want to do. But it really is a good idea for both players to pick their cards, pick the things that they care about, because if you care about it and it's important to you, obviously you're going to do a better job on it. I believe the reason this system works so well for us is we meet once a week every Sunday to go over our week. We go through our stack of cards and we kind of chime in if something needs to get done, and we go over them with each other. It's kind of just a way to touch base every week about, okay, I think that the car needs the oil changed, or I've noticed that the vacuum hasn't been working, or I've noticed that we're out of toilet paper, simple things like that. And not only is it just about chores, but it's a time to check in with each other. If you have a partner who is forcing you to do a lot of emotional labor for your household, I really would recommend this. It's saved us from a lot of fights, and I wish that we would have found it sooner.